Morning. Happy Tuesday, guys. How's everyone doing today? I'm doing well, thank you for asking. Well, it's a beautiful day, a little bit chilly out, not too bad. It's not frosty chilly, but it's nippy out. Beautiful day. Beautiful. Well, today's kind of a special day, guys, for me anyways. It's my 50th birthday.
It's your birthday today, Michael!
Me, young Mike, the baby of the family, 50 years old. Now this video is kind of just gonna go over a couple of different things. And I like to call this segment Walk and Talk. So let's go ahead and start off with saying, talking about a little history with me. Now some of you know this already, and so you're going to tune out, and that's fine. And some of you don't. I think it's interesting to learn about people personally, so I want you to learn a little bit about me. I hurt my back when I was 25 years old. I worked construction the whole time from February '94 till December of 2008, with a 6-month break in between here and maybe a year and a half off here to stay at home with the kids. But that's, you know, that's about it. Otherwise, it was construction the whole time, which means I practically hurt my back pretty much as soon as I started working construction. Kept working, you know. Had 2 new kids, new house, fairly newly married, and I remember laying on the couch being in such pain and just crying because I was hurting so bad. And I just told my wife, you know, I'm not going to be able to be a good husband or father. I'm going to be crippled by the time I'm 50. And I remember that to this day. And it was an emotional time because, you know, at that time in our lives, especially for us guys, we're in God mode. You know, we're like gods. Strong, fast, amazing, everything. So to be knocked out that quickly and that easily, and you know, pretty much disabled, really, it throws you for a loop, and it's not fun. And keep in mind, all these years I've never been on pain pills or anything like that. I don't do drugs, drink, smoke, do nothing. So no comfort as far as that goes. So, you know, thinking back, and this is going to touch on another subject that's part of everything, and the reason why I'm thankful that I'm here, is I know that that's when my depression started. I mean, that's only common sense. You know, you feel like you're losing your life and your mobility, you know, you're going to get depressed. Now, let's add on top of that, I've had a motorcycle accident. Let's add on top of that, I had 12 pieces of drywall fall directly on my head, and I was on my knees coming up out of a house, and the whole stack fell over on my forehead. Seriously, the whole stack. I have shoulder injuries. I have tendonitis or tennis elbow. I have arthritis. You know, I've got a lot of setbacks and I've got a lot of problems. And a lot of these things, you know, they tear you down pretty good. Mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, everything. And that's a lot of stuff to have happen to your body. You know, your back is out. You got 12 pieces of drywall falling on your head. You get in a motorcycle wreck. Your shoulders are, both my shoulders got thrown out from different lifts. One shoulder at one friend's house, the other shoulder in another friend's house, and within probably a year or so of one another, if that. Over the years, that kind of subsided and popped away, luckily enough. I was actually going in to end up having surgery on my right shoulder. I mean, it was all set up and everything, and I decided to go ahead and work out one day. Me and my buddy that I actually work construction with, we were at my house working out, and I benched, and my shoulder popped, and I went down with the weight, went back up. I was benching like 300 or so pounds. Went back up with it, and I sat up and I said, "Did you hear my arm?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Oh my God, I can move. I can move my arm." So whatever it was in there, scar tissue or what have you, it popped it back out. So now, you know, there were still issues later on, you know, there was still pain and stuff, but, you know, not to the degree that it finally worked its way out, long story short. Then, in 2015, winter, early, like February, March, I tried to play disc golf, and I destroyed this arm, my right arm, even further from throwing, and hard extensions throwing the disc. Because when I throw a disc, I'm trying to throw it around the world, not just to the basket, but around the world. So anyway, totally ripped this all up, scar tissue, pain so bad that, you know, almost useless. I couldn't reach around my back. I couldn't put my arms up here. I couldn't reach in the refrigerator. I couldn't do anything without triggering all the scar tissue and the rips and all that. Anyway, it's subsided. It's doing better now. It's not healed, but it's 1,000 times better. So we're just kind of going over a few things that have gotten me to this point, you know, what, you know, things that help trigger your depression and all that. And you know, I didn't know if I'd be around to see 50. That's kind of what all this is getting around to. I didn't really know if I'd be around, because you deal with depression, and you know, there's a lot of times there's not a good outcome when you deal with depression. We all know that a lot of people take their lives, end up on drugs, alcohol, you know, just a total waste. Or, you know, put a gun to their head or jump off a bridge or what have you. So you know, and all these things happen. And really my depression really started kicking in 2010. You know, you have personal problems, let's just say marital, you know, you have certain problems and certain things just, you know, they take you out. So 2010 until today has been rough. And so I'm thankful that I'm here today. I'm thankful I'm not strung out on drugs and alcohol. I'm thankful that I've been strong this whole time. I'm thankful that even though I have back pain all day, every day, and it varies from being annoying to completely out and to where you can't even do anything at all except for hope that you pass out or something from the pain. I'm thankful that my arm, the pain has subsided and I'm able to work out. I'm thankful for my wife. I'm thankful for my kids, my grandkids, my family. Look at me, I'm walking. Years ago, when I was laying on that couch, 25 years old, in tears, telling my wife I'm going to be crippled by the time I'm 50. And I won't be any good. You know, I used to pray. There was a time whenever I was religious. I'm not anymore. Thankfully, I got out of all that. There was a time that I used to pray, please God, please kill me. Please take my life. Please put me out of my misery. And send my wife a good man and my kids a good dad that can take care of them and love them and do things right and be there for them. And there was a time I used to pray that every day, every single day. That's rough. You're in a bad place when you're saying stuff like that. When you're begging and pleading to die, you're in a bad place, guys. And I'm thankful that I'm still here. I still have bad days. Things are not always going to be perfect, for sure. You know, the damage that people can do to you stays there long after it's done. No matter if you move on or, you know, try to think as positive as you can, the damage is still there. But I'm here. This is my story. Whether it interests someone or not, you know, that's up to you. But this is my story and kind of where I've come from. And you know, there's just a lot to it. It's hard to sum up just in one quick little video, you know. It's hard to put it all into words. Your life, you know, it's my life. Look at that sun. Whew, you can't see it. The camera's adjusting for it. Oh boy, is that bright. I love it. I love a good, bright, sunny day. You know, touching base, you know, I wasn't sure if I'd ever get to work out again because of my arm. But as soon as I'm looking into getting just an FID bench and a couple dumbbells, and thinking to myself, you know, even if I hurt, I need to get a little bit of strength training in. Just a little. So I was looking at buying just the bare essentials, just some couple of used things, and just to, you know, get a little something in my daily life, because I couldn't do push-ups anymore because of the arthritis in my wrists. And instantly at that point is whenever my shoulder stopped killing me to that degree. 5 years. I mean, almost 5 years to the day. I mean, really close to probably 5 years to the day. Go figure. Isn't that crazy? And now I'm able to work out this whole year. I've got my new gym equipment. Everything's going. I feel good. You know, I still have limitations, of course, because the shoulder's not healed. Anytime I do presses, especially shoulder presses, I can feel, you know, where it's really kind of pulling and injured. I can still feel it. So I have limitations. I'm not nearly as strong as I once was or big as I once was, and that's good. I'm losing weight because that's what I want to do. Whole lifestyle change, guys. The way I eat, everything. My consistency, my persistency, my dedication, everything. And for those of you that also don't know, I started cycling in February 2016, and I just quit recently doing that as my daily exercise this July, mid-July. Because time constraints, I work out, I walk, and I cycled, and so that was taking hours. Everything was, you know, just taking a long time, a lot out of my day, and it was wearing me out too, cycling that much. So along with feeling endangered on the road, I finally just got tired of it, and people trying to kill me out there. So that's what's led me to sticking to spinning. I just put my bike on a little trainer and spin, and that's my cycling. That's not to say that I don't get the bike out and just go back and forth in my neighborhood once in a while and get in, 3-4 miles extra on top of my spinning. Or I might take my bike out to a bike safe trail park area and ride around and get a few miles that way as well. But as far as daily, my daily activity, no, I quit doing that mid-July. And I'm still going strong spinning. I enjoy spinning, I really do. So I want to touch on something else. Kind of disappointed, but I'm also excited at the same time. A couple months back, probably 3, even 4 months back, we'll say, I thought, you know what, by the time I'm 50, I want to be able to jog a mile again. And not just jog a mile and pull myself and puke myself across the finish line, but I want to do it with some class. Like I did whenever I was young, in my early 20s, whenever I was jogging. So about every 10-20 walks I would do, I would jog, from this driveway to that driveway, that telephone pole down to that telephone pole, or jog 500 feet, 1,000 feet, couple thousand feet, whatever, just periodically do that and just kind of get my body used to doing that. Because again, haven't been able to do that really in years with my back and my bad hips and knees and feet and ankles and all that. It's and being overweight and being unhealthy, I could hardly do it. Let me go back a little bit, and then I'll get back on this. Last summer is whenever I started really walking. So I've been walking over a year now. I started walking last summer, and I was going to the track at the high school. And I think I went there actually with the intention of trying to jog a little bit, is what I also went there for. But I tried jogging, and I got it on video. You can go back. No, you can't, because that's on my other channel. Anyway. And I've got me on video. And that's an eye-opener right there. Because the track is roughly 1/4 of a mile around one time. And I could barely pull myself around that 1/4 mile. I've got it on video. Huffing, puffing, breathe, red. Of course, it was in the summertime, but and keep in mind, I've been cycling all these years up until that point. So you'd figure I could at least do a 1/4 mile pretty easy, but nope. And that was an eye-opener right there. So at that point, I gave up on the jogging, and I just at that point, it clicked in my mind, I need to walk. So ever since then, I've been walking at least once a day, most times twice a day. And my walks are anywhere from 1.8 miles to 2 miles every time. So anyway, I go from pulling myself and about passing out trying to even do a 1/4 mile to now I could do a mile, which is where I'm at right now, which is what I was getting to. I had plans to document myself jogging a mile by the time I turned 50 today. Now, it was in between the time that I thought about doing it until today, anytime in there up till today. As long as I did it by the time I was 50, I was gonna be happy. So last week was one of my, I was walking and I thought, well, I need to go ahead and do one of my little jogs and try to train and, be prepared, because I'm almost 50. Next week I'm going to be 50. So I think it was last Wednesday. So I walked from my house down to this stop sign right here. I turned around and I said, okay, let's go ahead and start jogging right now. So I jog and I go to the end of the neighborhood. I come back to the stop sign, and then I don't know, maybe I went to the end again, but I don't know. Anyway, I done lost my track, my thought. Anyway, it ends up, sorry, I got to keep changing angles of the camera. Again, I have bad shoulders, so it's hard to even hold a GoPro. So anyway, I'm heading back. You know, I turn around, I'm heading back, and I get to my driveway, and I'm like, I better stop right here. I might be getting really close to a mile, so I better stop. This is definitely the furthest I've jogged on one of my little training moments. So I stop and I continue my walk to finish it out. I got to go to the end of the neighborhood, turn around, come back, and go home. So I get that done. I upload my map and all that good stuff, and then I go on Google and I pull up my location and I map it out, where you can do the distance and map out your distance and all that good stuff, like I've done for the past 7 years, 6 years, however long it's been, 5 years, 1,200, anyway. So I map out my distance that I ran, and wouldn't you know it, I jogged a daggum mile. It was 1.1. And I was like, I was happy because I did it with ease. I'm not saying I could have jogged 5 miles, but I could have went 2 miles probably. So I did it with ease. But I was disappointed because I didn't get to document it. That was going to be a milestone in my life, of actually jogging a mile with class and dignity by the time I turned 50. So I didn't get to document it. Now, I didn't have to tell anyone this story. I didn't have to mention it on Facebook or anything. I could have just realistically made a video today, or since that time until today, and made it out like it's the first time I did it. But that would have been me lying to everyone else and to myself. So I didn't do that. I just I documented it that day, let people know, you know, wow, I did it, and I didn't get to document it. So I was proud of myself. I'm still proud of myself. And even though I didn't get to document it the way I wanted, sorry, it is cold out here. So even though I didn't get to document it the way I wanted, I still did it. So I still jogged a mile before I turned 50. So I did it last week. I believe it was Wednesday, and today's Tuesday. So it was a proud moment that I did that. So anyway, things are going pretty good, you know, as long as my personal life, you know, relations and all that and everything is okay, as long as health is okay, as long as things stay on track, I'm good to go, and I don't feel like I'm stopping. I have plans, I have goals. I want to get my brand out there, the DITI, do it to it. I want to get my brand out there and get popular and get famous and get my message out there, because we need a good positive message. And that's what my shirts are about. That's what my message is about. That's what my brand is about. And I need people to push me out there. I need people to order my shirts. I need people to advertise like that and get my brand out there so people see the good message that I portray. And it's something I came up with back when I started doing my cycling and everything, and it's progressed into what it is today. And my message has always been to get up, get out, get rad, and do it to it. And what that means is, and I've had people ask, Mike, what's that even mean? I mean, it seems pretty, you know, self-explanatory to me, but let me go ahead and explain. Get up means Don't be laying down and letting life pass you by. Don't let life beat you down. Stop being lazy. Stop, you know, following the trends of just, you get to a certain age and you do nothing. And don't let life beat you down in depression. And you need to get up, guys. So get up is the first part of winning. You got to get back up. Get out means not only get outside and do something, be active. You know, that could be walking, jogging, cycling, planting a garden, tennis, kayaking, climbing a mountain, jumping out of an airplane, whatever it is you want to do. Get up, get out. Get out can also mean get out of your mind. Stop wallowing around in that depression and that those feelings, and, you know, free your mind. Get out of here. So get up, get out, and get rad. It pretty much means get radical. Look up the definition of rad and radical. It means get awesome, get gnarly, get bitching, get wicked, get kicking, baby. Do something and be awesome doing it. That's what rad means. If you're gonna do it, be awesome at doing it. Be rad. And do it to it means put in your effort every time that you do it. Try not to half way do it. You know what I wanted to say. I don't cuss on here or in my life. I cuss around my wife. Okay, we won't get on all that. So do it to it means exactly that. Whatever it is that you're gonna do it to it. Do your best and make yourself proud at doing it. And if you're gonna do it, you know, let other people see that you're doing it and be proud of it. And you can be a good inspiration to others by doing it to it with your full capacity, guys, with your whole heart. Now, my channel, my other YouTube channel that I supported for like 6 years, Mikeison TV, Mikeison TV, all one word. I touched base on all these different subjects, topics, my loves, passions, hobbies, from art, photography, drawing, painting, coloring, to cycling and being active, and book readings for kids, movie and TV discussions, video game playing and discussions, cooking, taste tests, hot challenges, to playing darts, to family vlogs and discussions, and opening up about things just like I have in this video. And everything. That channel touched on everything. So that was me doing it to it, and putting it out there, and hoping to touch with a lot of people. I've since just recently stopped supporting and promoting that channel because it wasn't really going anywhere. Again, I've mentioned it before. The reason is you know, the YouTube algorithm and what people are interested in and all that typically isn't that type of channel. They want you to stick with one subject and kind of branch out and talk about things around that subject. And that's pretty much the consensus and the way it's done. So that's the reason for the Body Beatdown. This channel, we touch on all things fitness, from walking and talking to working out, to cycling, to diet. I don't like to call it diet, but we'll call it diet. To foods, everything. So this channel's dedicated solely to fitness, the fitness lifestyle, being active, being healthy, taking care of yourself. So I might have gotten off track. I don't even know where I'm at. This video is kind of important because it's a milestone. So I'm trying to make sure I touch base on most things. again, my shirts, my brand. I'm trying to get out there. I'm trying to spread a positive message with my DITI logo, my brand, my message. To get up, get out, get ran, do it to it. You know, people like to support Nike, Reebok, LA Gear, some old brands there. People like to support Red Bull and Monster and all these other popular things. A lot of these things don't care about you, and they have no real message or meaning behind them. I do. It's about perseverance. It's about struggle. It's about overcoming. It's about winning day after day, the struggle of life. It's about fighting depression, fighting loneliness, anxiety. It's about mental and physical and emotional pains. These topics are really important to me because I know about them. I know what it's like to struggle in every aspect of those. So here I am. I'm fixing to finish up my walk for the morning, fixing to jump on my bike and spin, and then I'm going to eat. Today is chest day, but I'm also going to do a little extra for legs that I didn't do yesterday on my leg day. So I am going to do chest and just a little bit more on legs today. I'm going to celebrate my birthday by living the best day I can, because today at 50 years old, I didn't know if I'd be here, and I surely didn't know if I'd even be able to walk. So I'm thankful. I'm thankful to myself for not giving up, guys. I could have easily given up and gone the route that so many people have gone in my same position. So if you've made it this far, I appreciate it. And if you will, consider spreading the word of my shirts and my designs, my logos. Get me out there. It's very important to me. Spread my channel. I'm gonna walk just a little further than normal. Spread my channel, The Body Beatdown. Okay, like, share, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. I'm also on Twitter. I just kind of dump some random stuff on there. I just started Twitter whenever I was put in Facebook jail this last week for zero reason. But that's another subject. You can go back and look at that video. And yeah, so get my channel out there, get my name out there, get the positivity out there. All right, and we're gonna beat this body down from top to bottom, inside and out, one day at a time. And we're gonna do it together on The Body Beatdown with me, Michael, at the age of 50, that I wasn't sure if I'd even make it to. I love you guys. I love all the people that stuck with me through Mikey Sun TV and who's followed me over here. I love all the new people, and I hope to meet all of you on here and on Facebook and Twitter and all that good stuff. And we have a great community, and we're here for one another. And anytime you need to discuss anything, yell at me, okay? So we're ending this walk, guys. Have a good day. Be safe, be awesome, and don't forget, get up, get out, get rad, do it to it. We'll see you later on The Body Beatdown.
Get up, get out, get rad, and do it to it!